Oh, yeah. You want to talk about scary Halloween memories, Drew?
Yeah.
For me, my scariest memory of Halloween was my mom telling me to hand out walnuts and those miniature Sun Maiden raisin packets.
Your friends came and kicked your ass?
How far you figure the walnut made it down the street before it went back at me? You know what I mean? If I'm standing out in the porch? 8 to 12 paces seem to be the average for the night. Are you kidding me? You cannot hand out things that were made for throwing on Halloween, especially if you don't want it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, stuff they don't want.
You give someone a chocolate egg, they're not going to throw it. You give them...
Even that, they might.
Even a chocolate... Okay,
it's
but
too tempting,
you take an egg, you make it out of chocolate.
Egg?
You give them a hard-boiled egg, it's coming back.
Fast.
And hard. That's right. Just like the walnuts my mom handed out. My mom was this health food nut and thought she was going to somehow cure the neighborhood of cancer by handing out walnuts and miniature raisin packets. You know the look on a 9-year-old kid's face when you hand them a walnut and a miniature packet of raisins? That's the S they get at school. Maybe. On a bad day. Jesus Christ. Well, anyway.
Listen, there. Speaking of curing the neighborhood of cancer, a big 14-year study just came out showing that diets high in fruits and vegetables, no impact on colon cancer.
Yeah, my mom's going to kill herself. My mom was convinced that sleeping with a pillow under your head would make you a cripple, and that fluoride toothpaste would give you, rot the marrow out of your bones. She had all these harebrained schemes.
Well, anything the man was trying to do.
Right. Yeah. No, I'd like an apologize from her and the rest of the neighborhood. Anyway, that was my scary Halloween story. Drew, what'd you do? Did you take the kids out tonight? Did you have the nanny take the kids out?
No, we took them out and hiked all over hell and gone.
You took the kids out yourself?
Yeah, well, and 12 of their friends.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, we had a big group.
Right in the neighborhood there?
We went to a friend's house.
People, what is this new tradition of people?
Going to
that's
friend's
such
house?
a thing. Well, people just come from all the crappy neighborhoods.
Yeah, they're sort of optimum.
Flood the other
They're
neighborhoods.
sort of optimum trick-or-treat neighborhoods.
Right. So what you get is a bunch of hoodlums in your nice neighborhood now shaking you down for candy.
Yep.
Some guy in a primered van sitting out front with the Uncle Henry a hookah horn honking in the background while his kids come up and rape you.
Uncle Henry.
Listen, all you screwballs, you stay in your own crappy neighborhoods. That's the way it should work. That should be incentive, by the way, to get out of your crappy neighborhood. Everyone should be forced. You should have no gerrymandering, as they say. Yeah. I want everyone to stay in their own goddamn neighborhood.
Yeah, it's just trick-or-treat gerrymandering.
You stay in your own neighborhood. You understand? You have like a 6-block radius from your house. And if it's too dangerous or too dirty or too violent or too ugly or people are too cheap to buy candy, then you got to get out of that neighborhood or fix it. Don't go to the nice neighborhoods and crap those up. Thank you. All right, Drew. I'm done making friends.
All right.
I decided to take a nap during the prime trick-or-treating hours tonight.
Did kids come by?
I don't know. I left a pumpkin out by my gate and a sack of Baby Ruth candy bars.
You are an asshole.
You know, it's interesting. Maybe things
that I ate. So far, I've eaten 8 of those.
But I think maybe things are getting better out here. Several of the houses, there's sort of a mixed message on all this. Several houses we went past tonight had like big bowls of candy just left out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Kids took one and went on.
Yeah, those are your lily white.
Yeah, but
friends.
Even that neighborhood. That's the neighborhood I used to trick or treat in.
Sons of doctors and lawyers, please. Listen, when I was a kid, I would have first taken every bit of candy out of that plastic jack-o'-lantern that was sitting out there and then crapped in it.
You are an asshole.
When you see those things that says, please just take one, that is fair game. It is time.
I just know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we saw several of those.
That was gold when we came upon one of those.
The idea of then crapping in it is the thing that seals it for me.
Well, it depends if I was pressed on time.
Well, if you wouldn't do it rare, Chris, no doubt.
The point is...
No doubt. In fact, it would have, you would have used it on one another first and then placed it in the...
How dare you? The point is when I was a kid, if I saw, and once in a blue moon, I did come across that house that said, please take one, I immediately picked out whatever it's every man for himself on Halloween. It really is. And it's great when these kids, it's great we're living in a time when kids have to go to like a mall with security and have it roped off, and we're going to x-ray your candy. Oh, for Christ's sake. Are people still making like popcorn balls and taquitos and homemade stuff?
I came across.
Yeah. All right.
nice.
You don't hear so much about the razor blades and the needles and the rat poison anymore, do you?
No, it seems like in some way it's better times.
Well, I think a lot of that was urban myth. I really do.
No,
I mean,
'cause every year there'd be reports on the news.
it'd be one out of the 50 million kids
Yeah,
that went
right,
out and did
right.
it, and that'd be blown out of proportion. But seriously, think about it this way. What kind of criminal do you have to be to stand on your own doorstep, hand out Snickers bars that have razor blades in them? How long is it going to take before they come back to your doorstep, this time with the cops?
And by the way...
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, our criminals these days are more interested in sort of sexually abusing these kids.
Right. That's right. They put the razor blade in their underpants. Or at least the Snickers. Hector? Hector.
There you
Hey, you're 19. What's up?
Yeah. I had an accident, I guess you could say. First of all, I listen to you guys every night.
Thank you.
And, Adam, you're cool, and Dr. Drew, you're intelligent.
Can you interrupt him for 1
Whatever.
second?
Grab a scratch.
Hey, one
pad
second,
first.
one
Get that
second.
down.
I'll interrupt him for 1 second. When did the convention develop that every caller has got to give us their opinion of our performances? Just like the last 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Each and every caller.
Yes.
It's like, and not like there's great creativity and great
No. It's
revealing a great knowledge
No,
about what
it's
is
more.
we're doing.
It's more defining of our roles.
Yeah, but
than it is a compliment.
But it's never different. It's like, okay, we got it. We
No,
finally got
I
it.
think they mean it as a compliment.
I know they do, but it was a convention that didn't exist a year ago.
I know. Things have a certain momentum and hopefully a certain lifespan too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that we're not appreciative.
No,
But
I don't appreciate it.
No, but they don't have to feel it's not important. It's not necessary.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For the record.
There you go.
No, we were on 2.
Oh, that's right. See, we're all screwed up now. Hector, go ahead.
All right. Well, as I was saying, I was having sex with my girlfriend, and I was wearing a condom, and like, she was on top, right? And she came down, and I slipped out, and I hit her, like, on the side.
Yeah.
And what happened was I, like, started bleeding.
Where?
Right underneath my penis. I'm not circumcised, so I guess the skin kind of tore.
Towards the head of the penis.
Yeah, underneath it.
Yeah. Where the foreskin is kind of attached to the head.
Right.
All right.
And, well, I went to the bathroom, and I was sitting there bleeding for quite some time.
Yeah.
And, I was kind of scared at first, and then, I just kind of patched it up, I guess, with toilet paper, and it was fine.
Sure.
Now, every time I get an erection, I get, like, little spots of blood and stuff.
How long ago did this happen?
This happened yesterday.
No. It may bleed and crack, and for a while it's gonna take some time to heal. Kind of keep things. Give yourself 3 or 4 week rest if you can.
Well, how's he not going to get a boner?
Well, no, just give it a rest, and this will keep it clean, keep it dry.
Give it a sexual rest.
Yeah, and be careful. Sometimes this can lead to the foreskin narrowing.
We call that stenosis.
Stenosis, so the head of the
That's
penis
right.
can't get out.
Yeah.
And it can be quite painful and re-tear, and the urologist would have to look at that if that happens.
Drew, is that thing on your tongue called a frenulum?
Yes. That's
would the thing on your penis be a frenulum too?
Probably. This thing he's talking about, yeah.
Anytime there's like a piece of skin that attaches to other things,
it's like
sort of like the webbing in between duck's foot. Thank you.
No,
Yes,
because you think
thank
more
you.
of attaching to the floor of something. The floors. You know what I'm saying? It's sort of a midline phenomena. They're all midline frenulums.
I don't know what midline
Right
is.
in the middle.
All right.
Right in the middle of the body.
That makes sense.
So
John?
where things come together. Like you're folded and you come together in spots.
Yeah, I still
Or
bet I'm right. John? John?
Caller who goes by John.
Jesus Christ. It's number 2 tonight. Where are we?
Huh?
Dennis?
Yeah.
What's up?
I got this friend. I'm worried about him if there's any help for him. I think he's addicted to sex.
A friend, Adam.
Is it a friend or is it you?
No, it's a friend.
Yeah, what's he do?
Well, I think he's 6 fries short of a Happy Meal. You really want to know the truth.
Hang on 1 second. Just repeat that.
He's 6 fries short of a Happy Meal?
Ah.
Or something short of a Happy Meal?
Okay.
I think Dennis is an IQ short of funny. Let's see. Dennis?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why do you care about this friend?
Well, he's just kind of strange. I mean,
Even more, why is it you're concerned with him then if he's so strange?
because, I mean, he looks at me like he wants to mount me.
No.
Oh, you idiot.
BS.
Oh, who cares? Listen, I hope his friend slips you a quaalude and rapes you. I really do. All of you out there.
I just don't believe it because it's...
I don't believe it, but if I did, that's what I hope.
You want to explore
I
a
hope,
little bit more?
I hope he gives him the ether rag and rapes him in his sleep.
Let's explore a little more.
No, I don't. I can't stand talking to guys like that. John,
Yep.
you're 20.
Yep.
Yeah, hold on a second.
That's that great line.
Yeah, Drew, here's what I want to say. You know, there's some guys, they're so into their rap. I mean, let's say that guy was a BS caller, or let's say he was real.
Yeah.
But there's certain people out there, they're so into their rap, you don't feel like you're talking to them.
Right, right.
Whatever they are,
Yes.
they're into their rap. Black guys do it with the black guy rap, and hillbillies do it with the hillbilly rap, and truckers do it with the trucker rap, and everyone's got their own rap.
Yeah.
But eventually it takes over the whole body.
It's like a caricature.
Yeah.
Like a
You feel like you're talking to a cartoon.
Cartoon, exactly.
And you have about 5 words with these guys, and you realize you'll never get through their rap. Everything's like everything they tell you, you get the feeling they've told a million people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I never want to talk to those people again. Kiss my ass, you idiots.
Okay, well,
Thank you.
In this case, you won't.
Rick,
Yeah. Hello.
you're 17. I wonder if they know it.
No.
Okay. You're 17. What's up?
Yeah, I have a question for Drew.
Yeah.
Okay. I did like crank for like about 2.5, 3 months or so.
Uh-huh.
I would eat it. Do you know what that is?
You take pills?
It's like meth with speed type thing.
You take pills?
Actually, no. It's like a crystal powder.
Oh, you'd eat that. Okay.
Yeah, and I would wrap it in like toilet paper and eat it.
Okay.
You know? And like now, still I get like my
Why do you need the toilet paper for?
oh, because it's like powder, and if you just put it in your mouth, it's like burn.
Oh, I see. You got to swallow it
Yeah, you gotta swallow it, like
and have it dissolve.
yeah.
See, why don't you do what I do? You get one of those contact cold tablet pills, empty it out, fill it into that capsule, and then swallow that, or go rectal with that, which is what I used to do.
Yeah, like I was gonna do the pill thing, like the rubber, like get the capsules and fill it, but
Yeah.
I tried to quit actually before that.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, what happens is when I wake up, like my heart will just be going all hard for like no reason, and like I asked some people and they said that just happens from it, but I don't know if it'll go away or.
Well, you can get rhythm disturbances of the heart that can be kind of serious.
Oh yeah.
It's basically how River Phoenix died, if you remember that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now, most complaints like this, racing heart, tremulousness in the morning hours, is usually the longest time interval after your last dose.
Oh okay.
And so those kinds of symptoms are usually withdrawal symptoms.
Oh yeah, but I haven't done it for like a month or so.
So in spite of that, you wake up in the morning with the panic or anxiety?
How much more powerful is this stuff than your basic crystal?
I don't know. It's like
It's variations on the theme, not a big difference.
All right.
I mean, if you're going to take a lot, you're taking a lot either way.
Yeah.
But what about panic or anxiety or those kinds of symptoms you're having?
yeah, it kind of started to make me like I would tingle and stuff.
Are you having memory problems?
No, not too bad. No, but like now I also noticed that I think maybe because I ate it, like my stomach, these weird like divots came in, and so like it's like I think there might be holes in my stomach or something because it burns when I eat, like all kinds.
Most likely, yes.
And do you think that would heal it, right?
No, that's probably never
Are
going
you
to go
taking
away.
aspirin or Motrin or anything like that?
Do I take that?
Yeah.
No, I haven't taken it for a while.
Hey, what's up? You're 17.
You need to see a doctor.
Yeah, I was 17. I was so in love with masturbation, I didn't have time for drugs and other what I consider distractions.
Oh,
What are you doing at 17? You're like an old Jew, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I know.
Stop complaining.
Yeah,
You're dying. You got holes in your stomach. Your heart palpitations. For Christ's sake, you're 17 years old.
I'm just living that rock star life, I guess.
What's up with you idiots out there?
Are you smoking pot regularly?
No, I actually have like never really done that. I didn't like it or anything.
All right, good. You're off this drug. You're not on anything else.
Is that true? You're not on anything else?
Yeah, I swear. Yeah. No,
All right, so just take it easy.
Yeah.
You need to see a doctor. You need to find out whether or not there is a serious heart problem.
Well, actually, I did go to a doctor, and they didn't say really anything was wrong.
Did you tell them I do a bunch of speed and I'm waking up in the morning with palpitations?
Well, yeah, I told them what I did, and then they just kind of like looked at me like they didn't believe I quit, and they didn't really care. And then so I figured I should like call someone who actually like maybe would care.
Did they do an EKG?
Yeah, they did. Well, they did this thing where they monitored my heart, and I went to school with like this monitor.
Oh, okay. All right. So they did care. You may have felt good about the way they treated you, but they did do the appropriate testing.
Sure, you want to give them a phone number of someone who cares? Or?
Well, more importantly, Rick, why don't you go to an NA meeting, something like that, and get hooked up with people that have done a lot of drugs? And
He's not doing them anymore.
you will.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, when I was
fun.
17, I was high on life. See what I'm saying, Drew?
Was that life or masturbation? Or it was the same? I say it was the same.
I watched live TV and
my
I
life
napped a
as
lot.
a self-abuser. Okay.
Right. I was really having the time of my life living in that crap hole with my wicked stepmom.
At 17?
It's really great life. Great life. Martin?
Yeah, hello?
You're 17. What's up?
Yeah, okay,
I'm African American, and I go to a predominantly white school and a majority white neighborhood or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And my question is, I started dating a girl about a month and a half ago, and things are going, pretty well, pretty smoothly or whatever. We're really into each other. But about 3 weeks ago, I dropped her off after school or whatever, and her parents saw me. And ever since then, since that time, they've been really harsh and really rigid towards me.
Wow. How are your parents? Are they okay with it?
What's that?
Are your parents okay with
They're
it?
fine with it. My parents are really tolerant, really open.
Huh.
But ever since then, her parents will not let me go near the house. They won't let her come over my house.
Do you think they would deal with that with just any 17-year-old male?
No, because actually she told me that her parents are really against interracial dating.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's why she's dating you, by the way.
I hope not. I hope it's really, truly me. But,
Well, who cares?
You know what?
It never is.
but my question is...
Nice response. This Martin was like, hey, okay, I accept that people do that, but I hope this is not the case here.
Well, listen. Okay,
Nice.
first let me say this, Martin. A couple of things.
Yeah.
First off, the only reason she's with you is because you're black.
No, I mean...
But hold on. But that's all right, because you ain't changing colors, all right?
But that's also like saying the only reason she's with you is because she likes the way your eyes or your ass or something.
Thank you, Drew. That's right. The only reason anyone's with anybody is because whatever it is they got going in them. Do you know what I mean?
They like it. Yeah, whatever it is.
That's what that's fine.
But before this happened, she didn't know that her parents were like this until she dated me.
She didn't know her parents were like this?
No,
Yes, she did.
Out after,
No.
the day I came in the picture,
No,
So that's why I think that, maybe it's not, me. Maybe she likes me for me,
Now listen, Martin. Okay, hold on. Hold on.
Wait, Martin's a bright guy and is thinking this all through properly.
How dare you?
He is.
He's a medium
17.
intelligence.
No, he's
okay.
bright.
Let me explain something. Everybody likes you for you. You are whatever you are, whether you're black, whether you're a rock star, whether you're a movie star, whatever you are. People do that all the time. People say to me all the time, that girl's, that stripper, she's only talking to you because you got a TV show.
I know.
And I'm like, yes, that's why I have a TV show. Thank you, son of Tard. Do you understand? The reason I'm in this strip club and talking to this girl is because I have a TV show. That's right, because I went to a million strip clubs before I had a TV show, and it sucked. Now it's good. And yes, that's why she's talking to me. And the only reason I'm talking to her is because she has a nice ass. And the only reason her mom was talking to her dad is because he had a car that was cool, or because he was tall, or what's the only reason any supermodel, why do we like Cindy Crawford? Why does anyone like anybody? Why is Richard Gere in demand? Why do the ladies like him? Who cares? You are who you are. You're a black guy and you got a woman who has racist parents and she likes you. No, she likes you, but there's attraction. And that's a dynamic that can't be explained. So being black is a part of it. It's not, eventually she'll like him.
So let's give him some advice.
Okay, she likes him. You're fine, Martin. She likes you. I believe it. As a matter of fact, what you got is way better than like. You got a deep-rooted dynamic. That's why she's into you, and that'll never die. And light.
And light.
Yes.
That's a good comment.
True. Which would you rather have, though? Seriously, if you were interested in somebody, just close your mind, your mouth, and your eyes. Up. How dare you? Quiet down for a second. Hold on. Listen to me. Are you listening?
I
you
am.
got a puss on. Just listen to me. Would you, at 17, at 17, aha,
Okay.
ha-ha,
All right.
not at, 55? Point is,
At 17.
at 17, there's a girl who you like.
Yeah.
You like a lot.
Yeah.
Would you rather her be a little bit screwed up and into you for unexplainable reasons, but compelled to be with you?
Yeah, at 17.
Or liking you because you're a sweetheart of a guy
At 17.
and a decent man?
I agree with your point.
Oh, 17 through what, 30, 35?
25, yeah.
30?
28.
29, 30? But the point is you can never get rid of that. If someone's into you at that level, they're in.
No, you can get rid of it. But I was just reading an article tonight that suggested,
with the reading.
That one of the reasons that marriages break up is failed fantasies like this.
Uh-oh.
Failed idealized romantic illusions.
I hope you got a prenup.
You're a dick.
Well, come on, Drew. Martin?
Yeah.
All right, you're 17. Yeah. All right, now, buddy. So here's what you got to do.
Just dismiss it and not even,
For John.
Yes,
Yeah.
you keep a relationship with her,
Keep going as you are.
but do not go over to that house.
And her parents won't even let us be together.
Yeah, I know. But how old is she?
She's 16. She's a junior, and I'm a senior in high school.
Okay. Are you going off to college somewhere?
Yeah, uh-huh.
You are.
Where you going?
Probably Georgetown. I live in D.C., so probably
Oh, that's cool.
Georgetown or
That's
something
awesome.
like that, you know.
Well, listen, we would usually say just let the parents get to know you for you, so they start seeing you as a
Yeah, but
symbol of something.
how are they going to get to know
Like,
him?
I want to like show up there and like in front door, like or
No.
call.
Would they let you hang out at their house?
What's that?
Would they let you hang out at their house?
No,
You
they
can't
made it known
hang
that they don't. Especially her dad. Her dad's the worst. I mean, especially him. So
Okay.
he made it known that he doesn't want me anywhere near her. So.
Listen, here's the problem, Martin. There's not a lot you're going to do about this in the short term. If you guys stay together and you persevere, here's the deal. All right, Martin, here's what I want to say.
All right.
People, even if they're against a certain race, a certain ethnicity, a certain religion, eventually they will not know you as the black guy who's banging the bejesus out of their daughter, but they will know you as Martin.
Yeah, Martin, the good student going off to Georgetown at the end of the year.
Who's banging the bejesus out of the daughter. Eventually, they will know you as that if you can hang out long enough. But you can't bum rush them. You can't say, I'm going to solve it this weekend. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to have a sit down. As a young man who's banging the bejesus out of someone's daughter, you should not want to see their parents anyway. Hey, I got news. I didn't want to see my parents when I was 17, much less anyone I was banging the bejesus out of, which was my pillow's parents. Here's my point. Don't confront it. Stay out of there. You know what? I'm convinced it's done more for racism, to hurt racism.
What?
Or I guess to enable racism over the years. I got home last night. Jesus Christ, it was 2:30 in the morning. I got home late last night. I turned on the TV. It was an episode of Good Times. Okay? And like clockwork, I turned it on, and Mom, Florida, the mom. Who decided to name the mom Florida, by the way? There's no other state that could have named her after. Yeah. The point is Florida came over, and she said, JJ, how's the promotion going? And he said, well, Mom, I'm not going to get it. Why not, JJ? You're qualified for that promotion. The boss called me in the office and said he had to give it to a white man.
Oh.
I thought to myself, thanks. Now I'm going to get my ass kicked. Great. Thanks, JJ. And it was some little Jewish guy wrote that, by the way. That's the funny part. Yeah. Okay. Yep, you're doing a lot to help things. Okay. We'll take ourselves a little break. Do you think the white boss called him in and said, we got to give it to a white guy? Or do you think he would have just said, we're not giving it to you? No, he had to give it to the white guy. All right. Now I got to pay. Now I can't be a fireman. We'll take ourselves a break. We'll be back after this. Yeah, Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Tomorrow night, we're going to be at the Television and Radio Museum. Is that true, Drew?
Beverly Hills, yeah.
Why are we doing that?
Because there's a radio festival. We've been requested.
Really?
It's not for us.
I'm suspicious.
Yeah.
You know, I thought Celebrity would be different. I really
We
did.
don't exactly have celebrity. That's why.
Yeah.
It probably would be different if we actually had it.
I know, but I figured once I got on I thought when I got on the radio, it would be like in TV when someone's on the radio and they go, they go into the market and the person goes, hey, I was listening to you last night. I agree wholeheartedly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get any of that.
No.
I don't think anyone listens. Is anyone listening? Yeah, it's really discouraging. I don't get invited to any parties or movie premieres.
Nobody's listening.
Yeah, I thought there'd be like award banquets, and that'd be giving, I'd be doing keynote addresses at graduations and things like that.
Probably we need to get a real TV show.
I think we need a publicist. That's what do it. Hey, listen, I just want to say something to everyone who's listening out there. You do not know what a publicist is, and I never knew what a publicist is, but whenever you see somebody who doesn't seem that talented, and you see them all the time everywhere, that's what a publicist does. You ever wonder why you just got an ass full of Jenna Elfman? Why certain people like Jennifer Love Hewitt? Why certain people you see everywhere all the time? Oh, yes, that's a publicist. How dare you?
The publicist adds a little momentum to all that, but it's the genius of television that really puts that.
No, it's the genius of TV with publicists. Mm-hmm. I mean, put it this way. Is anyone that interested in what Jenna Elfman's up to? Anybody?
Ask the people at Access Hollywood.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a publicist thing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
No.
How dare you question my publicity? Anyway, there's these horrible, horrible people called publicists. They're like gay attorneys. If you can, like what would be worse than a gay attorney? You know what I'm saying, Drew? This is what a publicist is, and you pay them $2,000 a month, and basically what they do is they force people to do stuff they don't want to do. They say, put Adam Carolla on your show. And the people go, who's Adam Carolla? And they go, he's that guy who used to be on Loveline, and then he's on The Man Show. And they go, oh, I hate that guy. And they go, I know, but put him on, or you don't get my other client, Jenna Elfman.
Yeah.
And they go, do we have to? And they go, oh, yes. And then they force you to put them on your show. And then you get Rebecca Gayheart going on before you when you do Kilborn because her goddamn publicist forced it on them.
Oh, yeah, that's a publicist.
That's a publicist move. Who's Rebecca Gayheart? That's my point. Tom?
Yes.
You're 19.
Yeah, I've recently found a genital wart on my scrotum.
On your scrotum?
On it.
You sure that's what it is?
Well, it looked exactly like a wart.
And you're sexually active?
No, I'm not.
Well, how would you have gotten the genital wart?
I don't know, and I do take medication, and because the medication is antibiotics, it caused yeast infections before.
What are you taking medication for?
Acne.
Acne. You're taking tetracycline.
Actually, it's ketoconazole. It's like, well, there's a lot of stuff like gels and stuff, but the pill stuff is like just another one.
Are you a virgin?
No.
You're not?
No.
You're taking ketoconazole?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is, yeah. I got the bottle right here.
Yeah.
All right.
Topical gel and stuff, but I used to take antibiotics a lot.
Right.
And it gave me a lot of yeast infections.
I see.
It looked like a wart, and I popped it, and like stuff came out of it.
All right, warts never have anything come out, ever.
Okay.
They're solid.
All right. So that was just a little carbuncle
It's a
or
zit,
something.
yeah.
It's a zit.
Okay.
Hey, listen, everybody. You can get a zit on your forehead. You sure as hell can get one on your nuts.
Sure.
Yeah, listen, I put a pair of underpants on my forehead and walked around all day sweating. I get one on my forehead, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're nuts. You can get stuff going down there.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Lots of folds and
Yeah, lots of heat.
bacteria.
Lots of tension. Yeah. I got looks like a chia pet down there with me. I got moss growing on my nuts.
Nice effect.
Yeah.
A little lichen.
A lichen running around. I had a gecko lizard that actually killed a praying mantis I had down there, which I originally put down there to get. I had a moth problem in my underpants. I thought praying mantis would get rid of it, but it turned out the gecko ate it. So,
sorry.
Yeah, now I'm feeding the gecko just grub worms and dump some of those down my pants every day.
It's a nice thought.
Yeah, find me at the pet store dumping the grub worms down my underpants. Elisa or Elsa?
Hi.
Hey, you're 14. What's up?
Yeah, okay, this is my second time calling.
Great. Did I tell you the first time that Elsa was the name of the lion on Born Free?
You certainly did.
I'll tell you, man, my mom saw that Born Free. She went through a pair of panties. That's a real, like, hippie anthem movie.
And then you were making so much fun of it that I told you that I was named after my grandmother who died in the Holocaust.
Right.
You remember me?
Right, right.
Yes.
And then I remember wondering if Elsa the lion was named after your grandmother who was killed in the Holocaust.
Okay, what's going on?
All right. Okay. This is somewhat similar to my last question, and I doubt you remembered it. But anyways, here it goes.
All right. Why don't you just take a breather, baby? She's got a lot of tude for a 14-year-old, doesn't she?
How are you possibly going to remember her last call? I mean, I may, which would be bizarre if I did, but I mean,
I don't know.
I just let's get a little reality going here, a little reality.
I don't like Elsa. She's a confident woman. I don't like that. 14-year-old. Hey.
It's usually hostility.
Hey, why don't you be humbled in my presence?
Oh, Your Majesty.
Thank you. All right, now go ahead.
I have a problem, and it's concerns about my dad, and he's becoming a little bit more controlling as far as our paths go, or whatever. As much as I live with him, the more I live with him, the more he becomes more controlling.
Give me an example.
Okay, I want okay, I'm not getting that good of a grade in science, but in other studies, I'm doing really well.
Oh.
So he's saying if I don't get this grade up, I can't play softball.
Oh.
Yeah.
That, you consider that controlling?
What are you getting in science?
I'm getting a D, but I've worked really hard to up it to a C.
Okay. And what are you getting in all the other classes?
B's and A's.
That's just good parenting.
Yeah. My family had this policy, which was if I don't get A's, they're not paying for college. On the other hand, if I get C's and D's, they're not paying for college. And if I got B's, A's, or D's, or any combination of any grades, or didn't go to school, or went to school made valedictorian, they're not paying for college.
And we're not going to watch your football games.
Those were the two they worked out early on. So you see, I had to work very hard in the classroom to overcome that.
have it.
Well,
Thank you. All right, so
that's just
you're
one of my examples.
you're getting good grades, right?
Those are just one. Yeah.
And what's he?
This is not controlling. This is just him closing in on you. He's just coming down on you.
Well, what do you mean? Were you not living with him before?
I was living with my mother.
I see.
And she was not very involved with your academic life?
Yeah, well, she was. She was definitely. I even got a few C's last year in middle school, and I was still able to play softball.
Yeah.
Because you were living with your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
the right thing would have been, hey, no.
Oh, how dare you,
No,
Drew.
I mean, it's
Few
not
C's.
Hey, a parent doesn't have to make that choice, but a good choice would have been like, hey, get your grades up or that's it.
Good choice. But listen, softball's part of school. It's not like she's going to some island and some sandals retreat or something.
it's not like
playing
she's
softball with a
not
bunch of pre-lesbians.
She's not going to go to college either if she doesn't get there.
Oh,
What I'm
please.
trying to do is I'm trying to get a scholarship for softball to get into college.
Really? What position do you play?
Catcher.
Oh.
I'm a good hitter.
You're a big gal?
Yeah.
And you're going to have to
They
still
always put the
get your
big ones
grades up.
behind the plate.
You have to get your grades up.
No, you won't.
Oh,
Listen, you got to be average, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, be average and a good athletics. That's fine. We need an A to get an athletic scholarship.
It
What's
is
the whole
so-
point of the
Adam,
athletic
it is
scholarship?
so competitive
Oh,
now.
Drew,
Seriously.
hold on.
Seriously.
Drew, you like to freak yourself out because you got your kids and you go, you don't know how competitive it is out there. You can't get into the good schools unless you have the top grades. They only take the top 5% of the classes out there. You don't realize. First, your kids are going to go nuts. They're going to get like ball up in a fetal position and they're going to have panic attacks like you did because you pound them. You pound the competition. Listen, your kids will be fine. They'll go to a good school. They'll end up doing what they want to do. They'll be fine. And she'll be fine with her B average and her softballs. She'll end up going somewhere good too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
But I think as a parent's job is to sort of crank it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Particularly if the perception is, hey, you could do better. And you know what? I'm not helping you if I don't sit down and try to do something.
Yeah.
Such that you can take full advantage of an important transition in your life.
I'm with you, but everyone has a bad subject, and she brought her D up
and
to a C.
if really she has some disability, she hates it, can't do it, all right, let it go.
I remember my bad subject was English and algebra and biology and health and
Chemistry.
driver's ed. What was that one?
Chemistry. Oh, you
What's that one?
didn't get to that one. And history.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned
Social
history.
studies.
Yeah, that was my Achilles heel. You know what my Achilles heel as a student was?
Math, English, history, science.
Government.
Government, PE.
In driver's ed.
Okay.
Yeah. But you want to talk ceramics, I'll show you a C, brother. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The slab pot, coil pot, pinch pot. That's what I was known for. Still known around. Oh, yes, the legend.
Jeremy.
The legend still echo through the halls of North Hollywood High about the pinch pot a young 17-year-old Adam Carolla made one day. And fired and glazed. Oh, yes.
Genius. I tell you.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, my knowledge of ceramics pays dividends every single day. And that's why you guys should study. Study hard, because what you learn in high school will come into play in your everyday life. When I was cleaning carpets and doing construction, I relied on my ceramics studies. I fell back on those many a time. It got me through many a tough night. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Matt. Matt is 17. Girlfriend always laughs when he tries to have sex with her. Wants to know what he should do after that. Yeah. Hey, is that Nice Shot? Is that what we're listening to? Sounds like it.
By whom?
Oh, yeah. All right. Sounds like Nice Shot. Remember that song?
By whom?
Yeah. That was by Filter. No, I thought someone else did Nice Shot. Wasn't Filter. Was it Filter?
All right.
Okay. We had Filter in here a few times.
A couple times.
Who's the band where the guy used to wear the furry coonskin hat? Kind of techno.
I wanted to say Chumbawamba. It's a name like that.
Yeah.
Jamiroquai.
I don't know.
Jamiroquai?
Remember that big hat wore?
No, I know. That was, but the guys who used to come in here who had the one guy would always wear that fur like coonskin hat.
What?
They came in here a bunch of times.
With a coonskin hat?
I don't know.
Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Got to figure that out.
Well, give me another hint. Tall, short.
The whole band came in here. It's been a few years since they've been in here.
And they all had coonskin?
No, the one guy wore the coonskin hat. They're real nice guys. We're like friends with them.
Yes.
They were like kind of...
Who the hell is that?
Techno, sort of rock band, but they had a little techno to them. You know them well. They played like the K-Rock Christmas, K-Rock Halloween party.
Absolutely.
Okay. There you go.
Man.
That's the great part about getting old, everybody. And then, the other good part about getting old? We'll forget about this and move on to something else almost immediately.
Food.
I'm hungry. I want popcorn. Matt?
Yeah.
You're 17.
I'm going to write it down.
What's up?
Like, whenever, it's not really when we have sex, it's kind of, well, yeah, it is when we have sex. When I try to put it in, it's like she giggles too much, and I just can't, she won't let me put it in sometimes.
How old is she?
She's 18.
Yeah.
Does she tell you why?
No, she don't tell me why. She just giggles all the time, and then we just can't do it. And it kind of gets on my nerves sometimes, but...
Well, maybe she's not into this relationship the way she should be.
Oh,
Or the way
Drew.
you wish she would be.
No, she's nervous. People are nervous, they giggle.
We've been together for 2 years, so I don't know.
Have you had sex with her a few times?
Yeah, we've had sex a lot, but, I mean...
No, what happens the time she doesn't giggle?
It's just fine then, but...
So how often does she giggle?
Probably about 2 or 3 times a month.
All right. Who cares? Josh?
The band was on the TV show, too.
What's that?
And the young guys, the lead singer was kind of...
Oh, they're good guys. I
Yeah.
can't think of the name of that band.
No, not Stabbing Westward.
No.
Younger.
Josh, you're 16.
That's right.
What's
Smaller
up?
band.
I have
A couple guys, right?
No, there's 4 or 5 guys.
Was it 4 or 5?
I thought they sung that Nice Shot song.
All right, Josh, what's
All
that?
right. I don't know.
Yeah, Adam,
Yeah.
a lot of times I think you're way smarter than Drew.
Oh, it's absolutely true. No doubt about it.
And Drew sometimes knows the medical aspect better than you.
Well, after all, he's almost a doctor.
Well, that's right, and him going through medical school and all that.
Yeah, allegedly. Go ahead.
I have a Halloween story that just happened tonight if you want me to share, and also I got my problem.
Okay, hurry with the Halloween story.
All right, well, me and my friends were out egging, of course.
Sure.
And we had about 3 dozen eggs and happened accidentally to egg the top weightlifter at our school.
Oh.
Yeah, bad idea.
Did you?
He turned around and chased us, and we had like the #1 road rage.
Well, were you driving?
Uh-huh.
And he was driving?
No, me and my friend Adam were in a separate car. And
His steroids were getting through to him.
Yeah, but here's my question. Was he on foot?
no, he was in another car.
I see.
And,
Didn't I just say, was he driving? And
Yeah.
you said no? Oh, I
No,
thought I meant
it was
him.
Me and my
All
friend.
right, so he chased you in the car.
Yeah, and well, it was pretty funny. We were, man, I was so freaking scared. It wasn't.
Did he know who you were?
No.
So he's not going to kick your ass tomorrow?
Nah, he didn't see me. At
And he
all.
didn't catch you?
No.
Okay.
Boring.
But man, he sure scared the ass out of me.
I'll tell you, write that one down. We'll make a movie out of it.
All right. I have a minor acne problem that I've had ongoing for about a year now.
Mm-hmm.
And the first doctor prescribed me on tetracycline, and but he
screwed up in like the scheduling of the next appointment and made it for like half a year down the line, and that doesn't really work. And so I went to a new doctor, and he prescribed me on Tazarac.
Mm-hmm.
And also he gave me a internal medication called Doxycycline.
It's antibiotic.
Right.
Doxycycline.
So what's the question?
It hasn't really been working, and neither was the first doctor before, and I've been on the stuff for about a year now. And
Were these dermatologists you saw?
Yeah.
What about Accutane?
Accutane, it didn't really have a whole lot of it worked kind of at first, but then it just kind of slowed down working, and it hasn't really worked. It didn't.
How long did you take it for?
I took it for about 4 months.
What dose?
I'm not sure about.
They may just not have given you enough. I mean, sometimes it has to be a higher dose, but Accutane will work.
Go back to the dermatologist.
Absolutely.
Maybe look for the Accutane. Drew, did you ever throw stuff at cars when you were a kid?
Not at cars.
You didn't get into that?
No, those always seemed too dangerous to me.
Really?
Yeah.
To me, those cars, they were, it was like target practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got up on the, I told you this, I got up on the 7-Eleven, the roof of the 7-Eleven on Tahunga and Moore Park.
Oh, my God.
And all 7-Elevens have a parapet roof. They have that, what's called a mansard that goes in the front there, parapet, about 3 or 4 feet. I mean, if you
wall.
if you stand up on a 7-Eleven roof and stand by the edge, it'll go up to about your waist, which is good for ducking.
Right.
Got up there with me and James Hatley. Got up there with a whole trash can full of water balloons one night when I was sleeping over at James's house, about 12, 13 years old. Got up onto the roof and started chucking them at cars all night long. Eventually, we pulled over some guy in a Honda, almost got in an accident. He came up into the 7-Eleven and popped the hatch. There's a hatch in the storage room that gets you onto the roof. He came up, and he was with the owner of the 7-Eleven. He dragged us down there. He was threatening to kill us. And it was great because he said, here's your choice, kids. Either you call your parents and they come down here and pick you up. It's about 1 in the morning. I'm supposed to be sleeping over at his house. Or I call the cops. So it's all right. What are you going to do? So I called my dad. Woke him up. Said, Dad, you got to come down here and pick me up and down to 7-Eleven. You know, I'm supposed to be sleeping over at James. He was tired. He didn't know what's going on. But he drove down to the 7-Eleven to come get me. James called his dad to have him come get him. But his stoner brother picked up the phone. His brother was like 17. It was like Spicoli. It was like 1 in the morning. He had done 15 bong loads. His brother picked the phone up like, yeah, hey, Kurt, this is James. Get that. Dropped the phone and passed back out again.
Can't get through now.
Now we keep calling. It's just busy. It's busy the whole time. The whole time it's busy. And the guy's like, hey, all right, now I'm calling the cops. So now we got my dad and the cops showing up. So my dad shows up right when the cops show up. The guy pulled my dad aside. The cop, I remember, when they try to scare kids? It was throwing a missile is what it's called, by the way. And when cops, even, they do this, you go, listen, it don't make a difference whether you're throwing a water balloon or a hand grenade. It is the same. It is a felony. Same crime. You think to yourself, geez, I'm 13. I don't know the law, but I'll bet you there's some difference. Even for my warped little 13-year-old mind.
Smart-ass 13.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, the guy looked at me and goes, if you were 18, I'd kick your ass. I said, if I was 18, I'd be kicking your ass.
To the policeman you said that?
No, I said it to the guy who was in the Honda. Well, it's true. When I was 18, I was 210 pounds. I could have kicked his ass. I knew it. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. We'll be back.
Loveline. 1-800-LOVE-191. Back in a minute.
Start a band. Oh, Disturbed. Yeah, it's the name of that band. I like that song. They're coming in here next week. Yeah,
yep,
that's right. And the Vandals are going to be here next week, and then we're going to be in Beverly Hills at the Television and Radio Museum tomorrow night. All right, you ready to roll along here, Drew?
Yeah.
Drew, you have any Halloween stories? Any costumes you want to ever catch on fire?
No, my Halloween's pretty boring.
Hey, whatever happened to kids catching on fire? Used to be a big concern.
Well, has always been. Now everything is fire resistant.
Yeah, just don't hear as much about it
It's
anymore.
because it doesn't happen so much anymore.
Yeah, they used to be a big concern. Some kid would always catch on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd be wearing that plastic smock with the warlock outfit and that hair, and it turns out someone threw a rock into the bonfire, and the kid went up like a Roman candle. Just don't hear about. Maybe it's because I'm old and I don't have kids, but it used to be catching on fire. Like I said, when I was young, I was convinced I was going to either be killed by the hillside strangler, or die in quicksand, or catch on fire. Still time. You know what I'm saying?
It could happen.
It could happen. Sarah,
Yeah,
you're 31. What's up?
I'm 31, yeah. My OBGYN has put me on testosterone injections.
It's for endometriosis?
Yes.
Okay.
And when he did blood tests to check my testosterone levels, they were incredibly low.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been on testosterone injections, 40 milligrams, I think it is.
I'll tell you,
How much testosterone should a woman have coursing through her veins?
That's exactly where my question is aiming.
Well,
and how much estrogen does a man have? Does a man have any estrogen?
Has some, but it's very low.
Does that guy have any? Look at this beard.
Yours are very low.
Thank you.
And these are very difficult things to measure because they really are different ranges of normal for different people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as though you can accurately render population ranges of normal and be really accurate. So, for instance, with Sarah here, I would say, I think this is very interesting. When people want to talk about the difference between men and women, what's often reported is women, when they take testosterone, are suddenly like, wow, this is what men have to deal with. Oh, my God.
Well, see, I already had an incredibly high libido to begin with, which my doctor was very surprised by.
Mm-hmm.
So now with the testosterone...
Because of your low testosterone.
No, actually, it's the other way around.
It's
With
just
the
her.
injections, it's actually way higher now.
That's the point, is that when women get these injections...
You want to do a little Loveline reenactment there? He was surprised that you had this.
But this is, Sarah, listen to what we're saying here.
Yeah.
Is that...
Or just what anyone says.
Is that this is a case in point that helps people sort of acknowledge the differences between men and women. The women that get put on testosterone are suddenly very sympathetic to what males' views of sexuality are, what they have to deal with all the time.
Big fans of rape. And they're pro-rape.
And even then, it's a small version of what men are dealing with. It's a different system, and it's even still substantially lower levels of testosterone.
Okay, Drew. No one's interested in what you're saying.
All right,
but listen
what's
to
your
me.
question?
Listen to me.
Everyone listen to Adam.
Everyone listen to me. Every man has some estrogen in him.
Yes.
And every woman has some testosterone in her.
Mm-hmm.
And the point is even though you're a woman, you do need a certain amount of testosterone in you. And you could have a low level of testosterone, and that wouldn't be a good thing as a woman,
But you can still have a high libido as a woman with low testosterone.
You listening to me?
Go.
So, and as a man, could you have a low estrogen level? How come you don't hear about men needing estrogen shots?
There's nothing like that.
As a man, you don't need estrogen.
Right.
You could have zero estrogen and be fine.
Effectively, yeah.
As a woman, you need some testosterone.
Right.
If you had zero testosterone, what would happen?
Well,
you don't know.
Well, I'm thinking it can affect bone density.
You don't know a lot about this subject.
It can affect development. It can affect...
Yeah, you'd be stupid, right? Is that why women are dumb?
No.
Is that why the ones that are like men are smart, like Janet Reno? High testosterone level? Testosterone, that's the brain food, right?
It's the brain.
The more feminine a woman is, the dumber she is.
No.
It's got to be. Come on. There's got to be some intelligence linked to testosterone.
No.
How dare you?
No, that'd be tough to make.
Oh, yeah, really?
Yeah.
I think I'd do it in about 5 minutes. Just
Anyway.
look around.
Anyway.
Okay, here's my point. My Aunt Pat, she's like a man. She's got a mustache. Smartest woman I know.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now listen. And your wife is very beautiful. Do you see what I'm saying, Drew? Now listen to me. If a woman has low testosterone, then she has to get injections of testosterone. Or
No, she doesn't have to. No.
She has to put testosterone in her.
No.
That's what Sarah's saying.
She's doing that because this is a treatment for endometriosis.
So if a woman has low testosterone...
That's fine.
Fine.
But they're beginning to correlate testosterone levels in women with things like libido and with sexual interest and so.
And what about health?
No.
Don't need it?
Testosterone.
Why do you got it?
Testosterone works against health primarily. Changes your lipids, and the decreased life expectancy of males is probably predominantly a testosterone issue.
No, you want to know why men have a decreased
Because they work
life?
their ass off. I know.
Right. Okay. Let me look at it this way. You got 2 trucks. They're bought in the same year. Okay.
Hmm.
2 Ford F-150 pickup trucks, both bought in the same year.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
One is out hauling hay and plowing and pulling other trucks out of mud that have been stranded, and the other's sitting in the barn eating bonbons. Which truck lasts longer?
There's different kinds.
How dare you question my analogy, Jessica?
Wait, we didn't finish with Sarah yet.
Yes, we're
No,
all done.
she didn't ask a question.
She
Hold on,
asked
Jessica.
the question, and that was plenty.
Sarah, what's the question?
Well, I guess my question is there a direct connection between my libido actually getting higher and the testosterone?
Of course.
Of course. And is there any such thing as too much of a good thing?
Well, this is my opening point, which is that women are often shocked and bewildered by what testosterone does to them.
You satisfied?
And it is too much of a good thing if it's uncomfortable to you, and you need to report that back to your doctor. These may be intolerable side effects of
what, getting nailed
your treatment
8 times a week.
Women don't like feeling the way men feel.
She likes it if she wants it. She wants it. She don't mind liking it. That's the way she feels.
She was saying she doesn't like it.
She did not.
Is there too much of a good thing?
Sarah,
Yes.
you like it, right?
I love the sex, but it's beginning to dominate my life in a way that I don't appreciate.
It's distracting.
Yeah, it is.
True. When did you get your... I'd like to see how much estrogen you got.
I'm just saying,
You're sympathetic to women. You have no hair on your body. You may be a chick.
This is my point when I talk to people about the differences between men and women. It's different, and women don't appreciate what men have to deal with.
That's right.
That constant distraction. That's
Thank
shocking to them.
Yes, you're very passionate.
All right, Jessica.
Jessica?
Hello?
Yeah, you're 20. What's up?
Yeah, I had a colposcopy, I believe it's called.
Colposcopy, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, wow. A couple months ago, probably about 5 months ago, because I had abnormal cells when I went to the gynecologist.
In your pap smear.
Yeah. And the doctor said that they could have been cancerous.
Right.
And I have always used protection, and I've always been, like, very careful.
So you have the warts.
No, I don't have anything. Nothing. I can't see anything. Like, I didn't even know. I went
He didn't tell you that you have a human papillomavirus possible?
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's warts.
I don't see them, right?
You don't see them. Yes, that's correct.
Well, listen, you got a mechanic's mirror and a flashlight.
You don't see them the majority of times. That is correct.
Okay, so how do I? Because he just said, "Well, come back." Well, then he gave me another a test, and he said, "Well, maybe we're gonna have to, he said, come back." He took it like all nonchalant, like, "Okay, we'll come back and we'll just see if it."
More than half women out there have this thing, and it's something that can give you cervical cancer, so it needs to be watched very carefully. I am sure he sees it all the time.
All right. Bill?
Hello?
You're 19?
Yes.
What's up?
Well, I have a problem with, peeing in toilets.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Adam keeps going for the sink.
Yeah, I go for the sink.
Although here, it's sort of taunting you, isn't it? The toilet is such a mess. The walls caving in.
No, there's there's a urinal here. I like the urinal. And the sink is not laid out for urinating in here. There's too much space between the edge of the counter and the beginning of the sink.
You can't, yeah.
See what I'm saying? I don't got enough.
Yeah, you can't span the distance.
I can't make it. I guess if I got a running start. Yeah, I have to just pee in Drew's coffee mug and dump it down the sink. That's the only compromise I have here. Yeah, it's rough. What's going on there, Bill?
Well, because, I'd usually, pee, in, the bushes or, in parking structures.
Anything but a toilet.
Yeah.
And
what is it about a toilet for you?
Well, because I was, abused by my father when he was trying to potty train me.
What did he do?
He's like the Adolf Hitler of potty training.
He beat you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My dad was the Stalin. No, the Idi Amin of potty training.
It just reminds me of the story about, what's the author's name that authored Pinhead and all those horror movies?
Oh.
Clive Barker.
Clive Barker, yeah.
All those great stories were generated from his having been abused by his grandmother.
Yeah.
Remember this?
Yeah. she told him all these great stories about what big black men would do to him in the bathroom of
it
the
was about
subway. Or
waiting,
whatever.
waiting for him there. He was going to cut his genitals off.
Yeah, it really freaks the kids out. So, Bill, you're 19. Can you get over it?
Well, I was wondering how to get over it because
It's like fear of flying.
Just go do
pee.
it.
Yeah, go pee in the
hit
toilet.
the toilet.
You're 19 now. You'll get over it. You'll manage.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it. You got to overcome this one.
What about number 2?
Well, that's kind of difficult too.
Yeah, that's
like
out of the question.
Because it's like, I was told horses like, oh, the toilet will eat you, or.
Well, that's interesting. I was going to say that a common fear that young children have is that they're going to get swallowed up by the toilet.
Yeah.
I would have had a better life.
I grew up in Florida, so we have like snakes that come into the.
Bill, so far, no humans ever fell down and got sucked into a toilet. No snakes ever come up the toilet and bite people. No alligators in the toilet ever.
You don't know that, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
You never reported that.
Ever.
You don't know.
Ever.
I told stories about that. That's what scares me.
Stories.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
What about the boogeyman? He come through the toilet and sodomize you? Put his head in your ass?
No.
That's what my grandmother in Philadelphia used to tell me. Hey, Bill?
Yeah.
Just because you were a kid and you're stupid and your dad was an idiot, does that mean you got to go through your whole life that way? Or can you just get on with it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I now give you the power to take a dump in your own toilet.
In a toilet.
You no longer
A
have to
toilet
go
of your choosing.
You no longer have to go to a parking garage.
Okay.
And
all right.
Thank
you guys ever take the Drew? You ever
Probably
go
not.
to,
Whatever it is, I doubt it.
Now, you ever go to a parking garage and take the stairs off to the side that are in between instead of taking the elevator?
All the time.
That is a urinal.
It smells like one.
Stairs in a parking. The number one place to urinate are stairs in a parking structure.
Well, subways.
No. In California, it is stairs that are off to the side in a parking structure. Sometimes they're 7-8 stories.
Yeah, but oftentimes they're outdoors. You know what I mean? They're sort of outside stairways. You're talking about the inside ones.
I'm talking about the inside ones.
Yeah, like in Dodger Stadium or something, too. That kind
No. Parking structure. Right. Multi-parking structure stairs.
Yep.
Number one place to urinate. Like go to a mall. Go to park in that parking structure.
Oh.
You rarely use the stairs, but if you do, get ready. You open that door. It's the yellow tornado. It just overtakes you. It's actually warmer in there from people urinating.
Nice.
Kara?
Yeah?
You're 18.
Yeah.
What's up?
My boyfriend's roommate, he is an alcoholic and he's out of control, and we try to confront him while he's drunk, but that doesn't work too well. And so I was wondering if you knew a way to confront him.
Well, don't do it while he's drunk.
Well, the problem is he's drunk all the time.
Where's his family?
In Texas, I believe.
Could you contact them?
No, he's 43.
Oh, please.
How old's your boyfriend?
20.
He's got a 40-year-old?
He moved up here from Texas, and he didn't really have a place to stay. He was staying at a hotel, and he was working for my boyfriend's dad, and his boyfriend's dad said, just stay with my son for a little while.
Why don't you get a hold of your boyfriend's dad and have him work on this guy a
Well,
little bit?
because he doesn't work for my boyfriend's dad anymore.
Yeah, what does he do?
He's a painter.
Fine art? Still life
like
stuff?
House.
Oh, house.
Yeah.
Okay. Not fruit?
No, not fruit.
Still life, yeah.
Yeah.
When they talk about people painting fruit, are they talking about painting the fruit or painting a picture of the fruit?
Well, either. There's two different disciplines.
Same thing. Okay. Hey, Kara?
Yeah?
Here's the deal. This guy's not a friend of yours.
No, he's not. This
guy was foisted on you.
Yeah, he was okay for a little while.
Get out of there. Get him out of there.
Well, we've tried repeatedly. My boyfriend asked him to leave.
Well, your brother needs to, your boyfriend needs to leave then. Whose place is it?
It's his.
Your boyfriend?
Yeah.
He owns it?
Yeah, well, no, he rents it, but he was here first, and this guy just kind of moved in. And
Whose place is it? It's his.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So, I listen. Okay, let me. Okay, here's what I want to say to all of you out there right now. And Drew, back me up. I'm pointing my finger. Right? It means I'm serious.
Yes.
Thank you. That's my high horse, which is once again escaped from the barn. And I'm closing my eyes, which means I'm really focusing.
I'm serious, man.
You'll have a lot of horrible roommates in your life, everybody. Drew, you don't know it. You don't know about it. You know about this part of life because you don't come from the wrong side of the tracks. Poor people have to huddle together with other poor people in order and share things that should never be shared. Men sharing things, sharing futons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I slept on the same futon as the Wheeze for years. I had bunk beds at 21. Bunk beds. 3 guys living in a 1-bedroom dump in North Hollywood. It's horrible. No privacy. My friend Chris couldn't get laid. I couldn't whack off in peace.
Chris? Oh, I see. You couldn't bring anybody in.
Well, I actually did, yeah. That actually helped with my whacking off. But the point is, oh, yes. The Wheeze peeking around the corner. The tough part is when one of Chris's chicks would pass out in the living room, and we'd have to try to make it into the kitchen. And it'd be like this nude girl passed out on the floor. And we'd be like tiptoeing over her to make it into the kitchen at 3 in the morning.
For what?
Why are we going into the kitchen?
Yeah.
Well, it's 3 in the morning. You know,
Yeah.
you want to chug a Gatorade or something, or a Eggo.
Oh my God.
You know, you got the munchies. You've been smoking pot. Here's my point. I don't care who put the cleaning deposit down. I don't care if the guy owes you $118. I don't care. Get out of there. There's nothing worse than a bad roommate. Cut your losses. Get out. The guy's liable to kill. He's going to get drunk, and he's going to take a fireplace poker and put it through the small of your back while you're asleep.
Yeah.
Get out. Just get out. So you lose a couple $100, whatever. Get out. All of you with your screwball roommates, just get out. Just make plans and move out. Thank you. Anthony,
Hey.
you're 18.
Yeah, I know the name of that band you're trying to remember.
Yeah,
Gravity Kills?
there you
Yes,
go.
it was
Gravity Kills. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's my useless knowledge of music.
Thank you.
All right.
That's it?
It's helping us.
No,
No, that's fine. If that's it, that's fine.
I'm stubborn and I like to solve my own problems, I guess.
Well, why does that sound, why does Nice Shot remind me, why do I think of Nice Shot as Gravity Kills?
Well, they both, like, scream a lot. Actually, Gravity Kills sounds more like 9 Inch Nails, I think. They sing that song, Guilty. You know, like,
Yeah. I don't know why I keep thinking Nice Shot was Gravity Kills. And maybe it was Filter that came on the night after that and was explaining...
Does Gravity Kills? No.
This is Nice Shot, right? Oh, Godsmack.
Oh.
Do they do Nice Shot? Who does Nice Shot? Well, this is the same song. Do you have Nice Shot by Filter?
No, we just looked through the whole building. There's no one.
Really?
There's like 4 songs that sound exactly the same. This is one of them. Phil.
This riff doesn't sound like it, this part, but the other part does, the beginning. Not this part.
We can only do this because it's Halloween.
Yeah, this part. This is Nice Shot. Come on.
It's the exact same, I know.
I know. Okay, thank you. Well, you rock, Drew. All right, so Gravity Kills. Emily,
Yes.
you're 30. What's up?
Well, and I'm very glad to talk to both of you.
Thank you.
My husband has fantasies, and I think they bridge on being kind of cruel. Well, I know they're cruel. I hate to even admit this, but he has them, and they're when he first started like verbalizing all this stuff. It was probably about 7 years ago, and he always he words it, and it's
What is
so
it?
real.
What is it?
He wants
Well-
to F puppies.
No, it's like always with women who are my friends.
And what does he say he wants to do with them?
Like he says that he's been with them, or like this whole huge contorted story about, you know,
Is your-
it's crazy. It makes me jealous. I mean,
Is your husband sort of is an awfully insecure guy?
Pardon me?
Is your husband an insecure guy?
Well, yeah.
Well, he sounds profoundly insecure. Doesn't that the Adam smack of like
I
You're not going to
can't.
tell you what I've done to the whole neighborhood?
I don't understand. Has he actually been with your friends, or this is just a fantasy?
At one time, it got to the point I've lost good friends, female friends, because I've confronted them and said, you know, has this been going on? I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible.
It's
and
nuttiness.
Pardon me?
It's pure craziness.
Hold on. Drew, what was my question?
Yeah.
Do you know what my question was?
Did he actually do this or not?
Isn't that the number one question you'd want to know?
The question is no.
She didn't say no. She said, I've lost friends because I've confronted them.
Yeah.
Emily?
Yes?
Has he actually been with any of these people?
No.
Never.
No.
But I don't want that kind
No.
of... I don't
Okay.
want that.
Shut up. He's never been with any of these people. And you've lost friends because you've confronted them?
Mm-hmm.
She believed until she's realized this was
Didn't
all...
the person say, you're high, I've never been with your husband?
Well, my friend they've been insulted that I would even think that they would do that to me.
Yeah, that
Or that
doesn't usually lose your friend. The person says no, and that's about it. Are you sure you weren't insulted when they started laughing and said, that fat sack? There ain't enough gold bullion in Fort Knox to let that oaf get on top of me.
No.
No.
No, I mean, I just don't want to be in a crazy situation. I feel
You are.
I'm crazy.
All right,
and
so
I'm not.
all right.
Well, you are to put up with this.
Right. You are a little nutty, though. Let's be honest.
Not to just put up with it, but to respond to it.
Okay, so your husband says to you, give me the name of one of these friends.
Julie.
Julie. Okay. Your husband says, hey, Emily, you know, I've been banging the bejesus out of this Julie, and she is hot, and she is tight, and I've done her 1,000,000 times. Is that what he's saying?
Well,
Would he say something like that?
Well, it's
And he getting a detail?
yeah, it just goes way into details, and
then why don't you get angry? Why don't you be like what?
I used to.
True. Can you imagine doing that on your wife?
I used to cry and get upset, and
I would walk away without genitalia.
Yeah. Drew, here's if Drew tried to pull that ruse on his wife, he'd be running, screaming. The neighbors would just hear reports of a guy yelling, I was kidding, as he was being beaten with a sprinkler key as he ran through his yard nude.
so my response is by putting up with it.
Listen, why did you say to your husband, what are you high? What are you talking about? Why are you bringing this up? What's wrong with you? Do you believe you've done this? Are you trying to upset me? What is this?
What is this? Exactly.
Why don't you confront him on it?
What the hell is going on here?
I have done that too. I've done that too.
All right. What does he do? Does he do some kind of construction?
Yeah.
No.
What's he do?
Muffler.
Welding?
Cars?
Truck.
I don't know. He's a mess.
What business is he supposed to be in?
He writes. Are you with me? Are you there?
What's he write?
We want an answer.
Do I have to tell you?
Yeah, who is he?
He's just a guy. He just doesn't...
Has anyone heard of him?
No. It's not like he's famous.
What's he write?
He just writes. He's creative. He has a very creative mind.
Creative, maybe another word for nuts.
He's nuts. Does he make any money off his writing?
Oh, Lord, help me.
Does he make money?
No.
Well, what's he write?
It's just things.
How did you say?
Hey, oh, screw you. Screw you, you old hag. See you in hell. Screw yourself. Things. Go screw yourself. Go have your I hope your nutty husband bangs every one of your friends. I'm done with everybody. Hey, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew. Tomorrow night we'll be at the Television and Radio Museum, which is in Beverly Hills, broadcasting the show while allegedly a group full of people watch us. Is that true?
30 reserve spots.
Really?
Can't wait to see who they are.
I bet we put 11 people in those seats, and I'll bet you 3 of them are there into the 12 o'clock hour.
No. None.
No, that's right. People that watch this radio show get over it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's midnight.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. Ted?
Hello.
Ted, you're 50. What's up?
Well, I was listening to Dr. Drew driving home, and I know of a couple of cases where a snake came out of the toilet and bit a guy, and then I know when there was rats coming out of the toilet also and bit a woman.
Really?
In the United States?
Well, one was Cameron Bay, where the guy got bit, and he died on a toilet, and the guy went in and found him, was bit.
Wait a minute.
Died.
This is something you were there, or?
Yeah, I was in the service at that time.
Where's Cameron Bay?
It's in Vietnam.
Okay, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I told them,
And then
that's in Vietnam.
The other
that
one was in Sebastopol, where the rat came out of the toilet.
Okay, United States, not happen.
No.
Doesn't happen in the United States.
No, I work for the city. I had to install backflow devices to keep the rats from going into the people's houses.
Where?
In Sebastopol, California.
Really?
Yeah, back in '78, actually.
That's a good gig.
Well,
Hey, Ted, get down in the sewer, the rat-infested sewer, and install backflow devices on the heads.
Hey, guys got to make a living.
You sure do. So, now where would you install the backflow device?
You'd install it on the city side of the sewer.
So you'd be down in the main
You
sewer.
dig a hole. It's a 4-inch piece of pipe, and you put a backflow in it.
Yeah.
So
to absolutely
flow only goes one way, and then the trap door shuts, and the rats can't come out of the sewer.
Right,
into the
absolutely safeguard against this happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't happen in the United States.
All right.
No, that's why we had to put them in, because it did happen.
Yeah, rats can get through there. Rats can do it. Rats can go. I heard a story where a rat crawled in a guy's ass and went out his urethra. That happened to a buddy of mine in the service. Why is it when you're in the service, everything happens?
Well,
all right, so when you're in Vietnam, guy got bit by a snake on the can.
Yep.
And then the next guy went in and found him, got bit by the same snake.
Yep.
And
that makes sense.
How'd the snake crawled up out of the toilet, bit the guy in the ass?
No, they're half 55-gallon drums.
Oh, I see. It was crapping. Oh, well, he didn't.
Wasn't a toilet.
Wasn't a toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go out to Arizona and take a crap out in the desert, you might get bit by a rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you were killed. Let me tell you.
I would love to know the last time a rat actually made it into a home, into any sort of public toilet, for that matter.
Elvis died on the throne. He was the last great man to die on the throne. But, toilets have a... let me tell you guys a quick toilet story.
How do they get through the...
Toilets have a trap.
Yeah.
Everything has a trap. Everything that goes into a sewer, whether it's your sink, your dishwasher, or whatever, they have traps. They have air gaps so that the stink from the sewer can't come up out of the drain. You wonder why the drain doesn't smell in your sink, although it does go down to the sewers? Because of the trap that's at the bottom of the thing. Toilets have that too. One time my friend, he left his dog with me. All right? This is when I was living in dump number 2 in North Hollywood. Rented a house across the street from the crappy apartment I had. This dog had a hard rubber ball. The guy was a juggler. Philip the Juggler, we called him. You know why?
He juggled.
And his name was?
Philip.
That's right.
Now you can see him in Branson.
Philip the Juggler,
right?
Working in Branson. That's right. Opening for Andy Williams. Haha. I used to think he was a big star. Now who's laughing? All right, here's the point.
He is.
He had this dog named Mocha. And I looked after this dog while he was juggling somewhere. And this dog used to play with his juggling balls, which were full silicone. Just a hard chunk, I think, of like vulcanized rubber or something. They were not hollow. And they're the size of a tennis ball, but they were hard. This dog used to play with this thing, and apparently this dog got thirsty, wanted to drink out of my toilet, and dropped this ball into my toilet.
Oh.
This ball then went down around where I couldn't see it, but got wedged in that trap inside the toilet. So I come in there, I take a crap, and the thing's overflowing.
Oh, the humanity.
Okay, now, when you're poor, you can't call the Roto-Rooter guy because it's $85 for the guy to get out of his van. So, you're a resourceful guy. What do? You rent a snake. And I'm wedging this snake down the toilet, but it's hitting this ball, which is solid silicone, and it is wedged into this thing, and I'm pushing it in further, and I'm going, why can't I get this snake into this toilet? And it's going in about 3 inches to the point where I can't see the end of it, and then it's just coiling up. I can't move it. I'm actually shoving the ball further in. So then what do? I unbolt the toilet. Unscrew the toilet from the ground, lift the toilet up and move it, and now I look down that hole. Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Or what's the next move? Get up on the roof with the garden hose. See, sometimes knowing how stuff works screws you even more because you get in deeper instead of just crying and calling the plumber. Now I'm up on the roof with the garden hose, putting it down the breather vent because toilets, they all have your sink, your toilets, they have to breathe, they have a vent. Those little 2-inch pipes you see coming out of people's roofs,
yeah.
That's not for exhaust or a fireplace or anything. That's the plumbing breather. Put the hose down there and try to blow out whatever's down in there. Hose down, nothing. Now more stuff down the drain. Can't figure out why until I eventually actually turn the toilet over and examine it and see the ball that is wedged up in there, that mocha stuff. Yeah, great. Got a day. Dog just carry around his mouth, drop it in there, get a drink, and my day's ruined.
Oh, boy.
Well, he learned some plumbing anyway.
Yeah. No, I knew the plumbing. That's what got me into trouble. Kamal?
Yeah.
You're 28?
Yes, I am.
You need to turn your radio down.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it down for you.
All right.
Nice. What just happened to him?
I don't know. Some people are so theatrical that when they do stuff, they have to make the noises. It's like they're making a movie about turning the radio down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me turn it down. Clink. Bang. Get up. Squeak, squeak, squeak of the wood floor. It's like someone added sound effects to this. Kamal?
How you doing?
Good.
Adam?
Yes.
How you doing, my friend?
Good, Kamal. How are you
Love all
doing?
your shows. Love all your shows, my friend.
Thank you.
Where you calling
I
from?
got a problem, man.
Where you calling from, Kamal?
Detroit, Michigan.
Okay, what's up?
Well, my girlfriend, she has a problem, and she doesn't want to admit it to me. You know, alcohol, my major in Wayne State is psychology.
Yeah.
And I've looked at all my life I've been around people who drink.
Yeah.
And when they drink, if maybe I'm mistaken, but you tell me if I'm right or wrong. When they drink, they turn into totally different people.
Some people.
Well, here's the problem.
Most people I've been around.
Well, if they're alcoholic, they do.
Yeah, alcoholics go berserk.
Yeah, they tend to be very different.
Well, you know, and about a week ago, we got into it. She came in the house. She came home drunk, and she wanted to fight with me. And I've never put my hands on a woman. I think that's the most cowardly thing you can do is put your hands on a woman.
Yep.
And she put her hands in my face like she wanted to test me and see what kind of man I was. And I didn't know what to do. You know, so I told her to leave. Well, now she's packing her things now. She come in the house tonight drunk. She's leaving out the door now. She's packing all her things, and she wants to leave. It's like every time we get into a small argument about something, she wants to pack her things and leave.
Damn, bitch. Well, put her on the phone.
Right, that's what I say, the same thing. She doesn't want to come. I said, why don't you talk to my man Adam? Because, hey, I watch his show every day. If my man wouldn't lie to me.
Put her on the phone.
She doesn't want to come to the phone, Adam. She's out the door. She's walking down the hallway right now.
You sure you don't do like a Geraldine impression? You could put her on?
I guarantee you. I'm telling you what's going down right now.
All right. Listen,
Last night
listen. Let her keep walking. She's an alcoholic. Good.
Right.
Let her go.
Well, not that alcoholics need to be abandoned, but that
she's leaving him.
That's the thing about it. I don't want to abandon her. I don't want her to feel like, well,
she's not willing to change. She's not willing to do
Kamal, how long has she been drinking heavily?
Well, I've been knowing her for about a year now, and for the last 6 months, everything's been different.
All right.
Because of the alcohol.
All right.
And I don't drink myself.
Kamal would have to be treated, or this isn't going to change. And if she's not willing to change, not willing to get treatment, this ain't going anywhere. So probably the best thing is if she does leave.
Hey, listen, everybody. Your alcoholic, antagonistic girlfriend leaving you is not the world's worst thing.
It's a shame. It could have been an opportunity for her to get better, and if she were willing, but she doesn't sound willing at all. The relationship isn't worth enough to her.
All right, let me say this. Doesn't it seem like most people, when they're talking about an addiction, whether it's booze, sex, or pills, what have you, there's sort of a cycle. It has a cycle, a life. It has a life.
It has a natural history, we call it.
Yeah. It's like this guy's going to be an alcoholic from 17 to 22.
Yeah, it has a
from 17
predictable course.
to 27.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get there at the beginning. Sometimes you show up in the middle.
Right.
And hopefully sometimes you show up at the end or even after the end.
Right.
Now, Kamal may have shown up toward the beginning of this.
Or the middle of it somewhere, yeah.
Well, she just started 6 months ago, he said. Sounds like the
pretty
beginning.
fast, though. Yeah.
Here's my point. She may be another 2 or 3 years off of this thing.
Yeah.
Fine. Do it, you be compassionate. You do what you can do. But if she's not going to listen to you,
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
She wants to self-destruct, she's going to self-destruct.
Yeah.
All right, Drew, let's take a little break.
See you again?
Loveline, we'll be right back. Call on the 1-800-LOVE-191.
Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. It's coming right back on NRK.
Or 7 NRK.
Hey, it's Loveline. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Very special Loveline Halloween edition going on tonight. Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like growing a beard here.
Yeah, is that what that is?
How dare you?
Yeah.
I got the world's worst beard. I mean, it's itching. It's painful.
Nice.
Like a rash. It's horrible.
Why are you doing it?
I don't know. You know why?
Change.
No, I'll tell you why. Because I'm an actor.
Yes.
And I'm on like sabbatical.
Yeah.
And what you do when you're a good actor,
You get your hair cut off and you grow a beard?
and like your show's down for a few months,
Yeah.
and you don't have to be in front of the camera.
You do a different look.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some glasses. Like celebrities always wear glasses when they get interviewed. You never see them in the movies, but they always have glasses. I gotta get some of those glasses.
Little tiny wire rims.
When they come on.
Right, Sarah.
Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah. Sarah.
Retard.
One more time.
Jose,
Yeah,
you're 17.
yeah.
What's up?
Me and my boyfriend had sex yesterday for the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like it was cool, everything. It hurt, but now when I sit down, like it hurts, and I feel like if I have a rash or something.
You're gay. Well, it
please.
could be some hemorrhoids or tearing. Could be all kinds of things. They take warm baths, but if it doesn't get better, you
Yeah, and today when I was in the bathroom, like when I wipe myself, like I
there's
saw
blood.
like blood. Yeah.
So, and you saw cream, hot baths, and then see the doctor if it doesn't get better quick.
And Wendy, she also had like, a rash too.
Who?
Wendy.
Yeah. What are you saying, Drew?
I didn't get the joke.
Well, he actually screwed it up. I don't know if he screwed it up, but he said, now here's how it goes. You see, you go Wendy, right? And then you go, when my nuts are in your mouth or something. But you got to give the proper response, which is like,
oh, we lost one.
Who's Wendy or something like that. I can't remember how it goes.
All right.
All right. Listen, all you guys who want to do like prank calls and stuff, fine. I don't care. I work for 2 hours. I go home. I prefer not to talk to people who are actually raped. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather talk to a 17-year-old guy who really wasn't sodomized by his boyfriend. I hope you're all jokes. I really do. I wish every call on this show was made up. This could be a good gig.
Promising not.
Joe?
Yeah.
You're 20. What's up?
Well, first off, you're the man, Adam.
Thank you.
I think it's great what you guys are doing. My question's for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
I've been smoking pot damn near on a daily basis since I was 12, 13. And I was wondering if that would slow my development, growing physically.
Your stature?
What's that?
Your stature? Your height?
Well, he doesn't, or not knowing what stature means. Which is it?
Well, I do now. I'm height.
Okay. So the answer is no to the part about stature and yes to the part about stature
and development,
where you don't know what stature means. It's ironic.
Cognitive stature versus height.
Right. No will not affect your height. Yes, it will affect your grasp of the English language.
As you're finding, it's profoundly addictive for some people, and you're going to have to be treated for this. It doesn't stop by itself.
Yeah.
And depression, anxiety, forgetfulness, panic attacks, all these are sort of common outcomes. Usually they get better, but they get worse for the first 6 months after you try stopping.
Yeah.
And there's some studies about growth and whatnot. The main issue, the main problem, would you put that on hold, please?
Oh, who cares?
The main problem with what's been observed is some shrinkage of frontal lobes in teenagers.
Yeah.
And that means the sorts of developmental and coping strategies you need to be using, you can't because your brain matter isn't even there to be able to develop those systems.
Yeah.
So it can affect your development.
Passionate about nothing. I smoked pot for the first time in months Saturday night.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Yeah, had a good time.
That's nice.
Stephanie?
Hi.
Yeah, twice, actually. You're 13. What's up?
Yeah, I was wanting to ask a boy out tomorrow, but I'm, like, afraid he'll reject me or something.
Well, he
and I
probably
don't
is
know how.
going to. Yeah,
Huh?
he will. He will.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Well,
You're so nice.
this is the thing that young women are learning they have to deal with if they're going to be assertive, and they should be. But the potential of rejection is always there. That's what the males are dealing with all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to assert yourself, that's great.
Who's the guy? What's he got going for him?
He's really cute,
Right.
and he skates.
Ooh, he skates.
Yeah, he skates.
That's going to pay dividends one day.
Ice skates?
How?
Oh.
Skateboard?
Skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. When he busts his nuts on some handicap railing. Fantastic.
I've seen him do that once.
Yeah. Sure, his genitalia is like a hamburger meat down there. These guys, all they do is slide their nuts on railings. They're no good anymore. Thank God these guys can't reproduce. All they do is smoke weed and drag their nuts on hand railings all day.
Smoke weed.
Please.
Of course.
I know these skaters, they all smoke weed.
Yeah.
They don't sell you a skateboard unless you're stoned. It's true. I know a guy who worked at a surf shop said he would not sell a guy a surfboard unless he could prove he was stoned. Once in a while, the parent would have to come in and prove the parent was stoned, and they'd give them the skateboard.
The family history of addiction and depression had to be there.
Yeah, had to prove that. Stephanie?
Yeah.
So the guy's cute, he's dreamy,
Yeah.
and you're going to ask him out? How are you going to ask him out?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to ask.
Does he know you?
Well, kind of.
You think he
Well, he knows of me.
knows of you? He knows of your work?
Huh?
Okay. And why do you think he hasn't asked you out?
'Cause I've never really talked to him and stuff.
I see. Are you kind of cute?
I don't know. People say I am.
Yeah.
I don't think I am.
You don't think you're cute?
No.
You're fat.
It's a Drew. How
No,
dare
I'm
you.
not fat.
No, I know. Drew thinks everyone's fat. You know, I'm the same way. It's like I'm really hot, and everyone tells me how hot I am, but I don't
oh, yeah,
think
you're so fine.
I don't think that way. You know, I mean, I know I'm hot, and everyone else knows I'm hot, and word on the street is I'm hot.
So, Stephanie,
but I don't think I'm hot. You know what I'm
What
saying?
can we do to help you? What's the deal?
Huh?
What can we do to help you?
I was just wondering how I should ask him out. Like,
All right, here's what we'll do. What's his name? Kurt?
no, Ron.
Ron. It's not Kurt?
No.
Okay. I'll be Ron.
Okay.
You come up to me. All right? I'm in the hallway. I got my skateboard.
Just go into your locker.
All right. I'm Ron. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, not so good. My nuts are killing me. I just was dragging them on a rail. Yeah. Can't have kids. I have a lot of pain in my groin. How are you doing, Stephanie?
You hit your nuts?
Yeah.
I don't have nuts.
You don't, your nuts are good?
No, I don't have nuts.
I see. Yeah, mine are killing me. I've been skateboarding and dragging them on these rails. Yeah. How would you feel if your nuts were dragged 20 feet on a rail?
Stephanie,
I don't know how that feels.
Right.
get to it, Stephanie.
Stephanie, just go up and start talking to him.
See what happens.
He'll ask you out. All right, Princess?
Okay.
Yeah, have a couple of wine coolers before you go there.
No,
Give you a little more
13.
Yeah, I said wine cooler. Didn't say tequila. Give you a little confidence.
Okay.
All right, listen.
I'll try.
Stephanie, you just go, here's all you need to do. And this is here's all women need to do. Go up, pay a little bit of attention to a guy. That is equivalent to asking him out.
Yeah, it's true.
You go to a guy and you start hanging out and you start just
give that hand drag,
kind of chilling out. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. If you're at a party and you're talking to a guy and there's a little lull in the conversation and you don't go anywhere, you're still there. You fight through the lull. It's just the same as asking him out. It really is. Touching a guy, make an excuse to touch him, doing the hand drag on his shoulder. Oh, you're so funny.
creepy when a guy does.
I just did it to Drew. Drew, I like a little nipple play.
Oh,
all right.
Let's go.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Yeah. We're going to take a little extendo break here, about 22 hours worth, and we'll be coming to you tomorrow night from fabulous Beverly Hills. That's where the Beverly Hillbillies lived. And we'll be doing working from the Radio and Television Museum. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Whoa, ho, 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 whoa.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Wilkins Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.